Hello everyone, I'm Kim from Yesterday's Tomorrows, and I'm going to show you today how you can just print out a beautiful rose just with regular printer paper and take some watercolors and turn it into something that looks aged and very vintagey. All right, so I'm just taking these watercolors that I purchased from Amazon. You can use any watercolors that you like. You just take your paper that you had printed out. I just printed it out right on my laser printer, and then I just wet it down with a mister bottle. Now you need the paper pretty wet, not where it's going to be falling apart, but you need your paper wet just so your watercolors move as you apply them. And that with the water on there, that's what's really giving the paper, it's going to be like a watercolor aged effect to the paper. Now, the first color that I'm using is a yellow color. Now, we're going to be putting 3 colors on. Now, right now you're probably going, oh no, yellow, it doesn't look so great, but keep with me, folks. Keep with me. It is going to look beautiful when it's done. All right, so now we're just putting the yellow all around, and now we're going with our second color, which is burnt sienna. And it's sort of like a yellowy orangey color. And we're applying some of that through the ends and in a little bit in the middle of the paper. And now the third color we're using is burnt umber, and that's more of a brown. So the brown is going to tie in the yellow and the burnt orange colors all together, and it's going to give this paper a really beautiful aged vintagey look, which I love. I love vintagey. I love aged. I love shabby chic, and with this watercolor, it's gonna tie it all in together, and it's going to be beautiful. So once it's all done, you're just going to need to dry it. Don't be afraid when you're drying it. The paper might curl up because the paper has been wet, but we are going to be doing the iron-on method with it. So it will iron it down, and it will the curls that you get at the end of the paper when you dry it, it will disappear. All right, so we're almost done putting our watercolor ink. So it's 3 colors. It's yellow, it was burnt sienna, and burnt umber. All right, and then we are just going to be drying it, and then we're just going to take our tag that I just painted with an antique white from Paint Couture called Italian Ivory. All right, so now I'm just drying it, and you have to make sure your paper is totally dry when you're done. Make sure you turn it over, get the other side. There we go, just like that. You want to make sure your paper is 100% dry before you try to apply it to whatever project that you're going to be putting it on. All right, so then on our tag, I'm just going to be putting, isn't that cow so pretty? All right, so on my tag, I'm just going to be putting a coat of Paint Couture Decoupage Medium in satin. That's my favorite decoupage medium to use. And you just want to put 1 coat. Now, when you're using decoupage medium, just remember you don't need a thick coat. You just need a thin coat. I think that's one problem people have when they're decoupaging, is if you put too thick of a coat, it just doesn't lay as nice. You just really just need a thin coat. All right, so you put 1 coat, and then you want to dry it with your dryer, because we're going to be doing the iron-on method. You do not want to put this on it wet, because we have aged it with watercolors, and watercolors will reactivate if you put something wet back on it. So that's why we're doing the iron-on method. Now you want to take parchment paper, not wax paper, and with my handy dandy iron that I get from Walmart, we are going to iron it on just like so. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, and it's going to attach right to this cute little tag that we are creating. So cute. Now I'm just taking distressed archival ink in the color Ground Espresso, and now we are just blending the tag in with the beautiful rose paper that we just put on. Now you could also use archival ink Vintage Photo if you like. Ground Espresso is just a little deeper than the Vintage Photo, which I'm preferring to use for today. Now we're going to take our seam crinkle ribbon in green, and I'm going to make a cute little bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times around my fingers. Leave a little edge out there just like that. Take it off your fingers, and there we go, right in the middle. Take the little edge around. Take your glue gun, tie the edge right down to the middle of the bow. And voila, you have such a cute little bow. I love my seam crinkle ribbon. Now just remember, fluff out the edges just like you fluff out any bow that you make. And these seam crinkle ribbon makes the cutest little bows. And look how adorable that is. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to glue gun it down. And then to the center of the bow, we are going to take from Totally Dazzled a piece from their antique bronze collection, and it's got pearls in it, which pearls always make me think of vintage. So we're putting a little pearl in there, just like that, and then we're fluffing out the bow again. I'm always fluffing out my bows. All right, and then we're just going to take a little bit more of the seam crinkle ribbon, and there's a little hole in the tag, and we're just going to put the ribbon through the hole in the tag just to make a little handle for it. Look how cute, adorable. And isn't that cute? You can use this for Valentine's Day. You can use it just for your home decor. Have a wonderful day, everyone.